Thanks for dropping in. In the last video, I introduced Printy Panels, a fully 3D printed, modular, snap-together shelving system. In this video, I'm covering 4 updates to the project to make it even more useful. Let's start with the new box connectors. Box connectors are the quickest way to assemble square shelves. I launched the project with connectors for 6x6 panels, but they're now available in every panel size, from 2x2 to 8x8. Every panel size comes in 4 variations. The All Clips option gives you the strongest hold on a panel because it latches onto every panel port. The Offset Clips option skips half of the panel ports to make room for adjacent connectors. Use this if you're building an array of boxes. Both of these clip layouts come with a reinforced variation. This reduces wobble with a simple cross brace. The next update is wall panels, and as you'd expect, these are designed to be screwed directly into a wall or floating shelves. For now, I'm launching these in 6x6 and 8x8 sizes, with holes spaced evenly between every few ports. These panels were specifically designed for number 6 and number 8 ASME standard flathead screws. But for our metric friends, any screw with a shank that's less than 4mm in diameter and a chamfered head that's shorter than 3mm will do just fine. If you're installing multiple panels, make sure they're accurately spaced. I used a couple straight clips before drilling my pilot holes, and that guaranteed they were perfectly aligned. The third update isn't something you're supposed to print, it's a template. This is a Printy Panel port punch. You can use this in your slicing software to make any model with a smooth flat surface compatible with Printy Panels. Let's use my mini mummy design as an example. We just right-click on the model, select Add Negative Volume, and select Load to choose an STL to use as our punch. Once the port is loaded, we can position it within the mummy and slice it. If everything worked out, you'll see a plus-shaped void on the bottom of your model. And here's the finished print, port and all. To attach the model directly to a Printy panel, you just need to slide on this double-sided pin. And if you want to permanently attach that pin, a few drops of hot glue will lock it into place. The final update was by far the most popular request I received. Gridfinity panels. These are compatible with the Gridfinity system designed by Zack Freedman. While the two systems aren't built from the same standard grid, I was able to find a few panel sizes that were a good fit. For example, this 6x6 Printy panel can fit a 3x3 Gridfinity base with enough spare room for ports all around the edge. Some panel sizes required a more creative approach. This 8x8 Printy panel holds a 5x5 Gridfinity base, but the iconic plus-shaped ports had to be trimmed down in the process. In most cases, that's a good trade-off, since the remaining ports are what you need for box connectors or corner brackets. The panels are also available as thicker, weighted Gridfinity bases. In these panels, the Printy ports are pushed to the bottom surface. That leaves more room on the top for Gridfinity parts. You might notice that these weighted panels don't include the magnet holes you see in some Gridfinity bases. There's not really enough room for both the Printy panel ports and magnet holes, at least not without making the whole panel 2 or 3mm taller. So I also created these magnetic Gridfinity Printy panels. This variation keeps only the ports around the edge of the panel, and adds magnet holes everywhere space would allow. It's not quite the standard, but it's a lot more efficient than printing even taller bases. Well, that's all the Printy panel updates for now, but it's not the end of the project. I plan to expand this further with some of the suggestions you left in the previous video, so please keep those coming. And until next time, happy printing, and thanks for stopping by.